Yes, my dear friends. A very good morning to all. So let us begin prayer. Join your hands and let us chant 3 times Omkar. Take a deep breath in. Om. 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 सदाशिवासमारम्भम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्परम् गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. Then slowly rub your palms and gently massage your face. Then slowly open your eyes and look at your palms. A very good morning to my dear friends. And today our topic is natural therapy for insomnia, my dear friends. So already yesterday we have seen in Telugu. So today, in this topic, I'm going to tell you in complete English only. So my dear friends, let us coming to our topic, insomnia. So we know that generally lack of sleep or sometimes no sleep. So what happens when we get insomnia? The first thing is a person who is not sleeping well and he cannot or she cannot concentrate on his own works or responsibilities and functions. In the same way, even our body organs also get stressed so that the organ functions also slowly comes down. So that in generally, those who are facing this insomnia, generally they experience like anxiety, fatigue, and irritability. So these are the general symptoms, but actually these symptoms are his or her own organs because of not rest properly. And then if we see the causes of insomnia, generally we know that mental tension. So the cause of insomnia mostly mind related problems only. Physically a little less comparatively, but it is purely mind related problem, my dear friends. So let us see the causes about mind related. So first one, mental tension. See, there are people, even a small issue takes into their brain and heart, and they will suffer with that task, with that thought continuously. And this kind of personality and leads to a lack of sleep, my dear friends. So no need to take anything into our heart because every situation and every problem we know the solution and there is a solution at all. So we have to think about solution, and if we repeating continuously the problem, and we will get tense. And the second one is anxiety. And these people, those who are anxiety, and these people make the others people also anxiety, right? And then worries and overwork. See, overwork also leads to imbalance of hormonal and body organ functions also. Because we can see some people, they tell, I have a commitment to finish my work without drinking water and taking food. Some kind of these persons we can come across. So if you without taking water, without taking food, how can you get energy? So there are thousands and thousands of metabolic reactions are going on in our body. Then we are working properly. Otherwise, there is very difficult to function our body properly without having water and food. So that is why, my dear friends, we have to work very hardly and smart, no doubt, but not investing our health. So अगर हमारा हेल्थ को इन्वेस्ट करके by losing our health, working is not at all important, my dear friends. That is what we have to take care. And then next, over excitement. And this is also very important cause. See, so in our Bhagavad Gita or any other scriptures, or our ancestors will tell you, don't react. You just observe the situation and don't react it. That is why we can see the samatha sthiti, balance state, equanimity. So in gain and defeat, whatever the thing. So the equanimity state will give you the balance of your mind and hormones. If you excite, if you get excitement for anything, then there are a lot of hormonal fluctuates will get, and sometimes anything, you don't get sleep and you keep on thinking on that. And the one more cause is suppressed feelings, my dear friends. So many people suppress their feelings, my dear friends. And these suppressed feelings over a long time, for a period of time, one day they will blast, my dear friends, emotionally or any other. These are very leads to very difficult problems, my dear friends. Sometimes kidney problems, sometimes heart problems, the sometimes hormonal imbalance problems. Mostly, for example, thyroid is there. So thyroid is the mostly it is a suppressed feelings of their life, my dear friends. So and any feeling, any emotion, any thought will produce that kind of hormones in our body, my dear friends. And these thoughts, emotion, and feelings have a great impact on our organs, my dear friends. And then anger. So this is a magical feeling, my dear friends. Anger. So how it is magical means those who have anger first destroys themselves only, my dear friends. Themselves. So that is why anger is very a bad emotion, my dear friends. Because of anger, many people will get BP, hypertension. It affects on the heart as well as it affects on the kidneys, my dear friends, and adrenal glands. And moreover, if anger cross a limits, and those who are suffering with this anger, and sometimes the tiny blood vessels will get rupture in the brain and leads to bleeding in the brain, and that is leads to clots in the brain, and that leads to paralyze the face or hands or limbs, my dear friends. So anger is very dangerous thing. And these are the mental causes, my dear friends. We have seen mental tension, anxiety, worries, overwork, and overexcitement, suppressed feelings, and anger. These are the related to mental causes. And then next, coming to physical causes, like for example, constipation also leads to insomnia, my dear friends. See, for example, if we are not clear our bowels for a 1 day or 2 days, then even we cannot go a proper sleep, my dear friends. And then indigestion. So indigestion also leads to many problems, not only insomnia. So gastritis, and it leads to ulcers, and it leads to pains in a body. So that is why it leads to again insomnia, dear friends. And then overeating at night. See, this is really people are enjoying their dinners because morning they don't get time to take breakfast very taking with a sufficient time. No, they have to run with their duties and their jobs. And lunch mostly they have when they're in offices or in working places, so that it is very difficult to take lunch with satisfactory time with satisfactory with people. So there's only one meal we can enjoy with our family members and taking enough time. So that is the dinner. But here, taking overeating, and mostly people are eating over food in the dinner time, my dear friends, because watching TV, watching news, and talking in the phone, and they are eating, my dear friends. And this is very, very important. We have to take meal or dinner very less at the night. So if you are finishing your dinner as early as possible, then you can take sufficient food. But as it going delay, so then you have to less your food. Remember this point. For example, if you are taking at 7 o'clock, it's okay. Then you can take satisfaction. Otherwise, if you are taking 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, you have to cut down your dinner 50%. And if you are going to take your dinner at 10 o'clock, then you have to cut down little more. So, my dear friends, and dinner, you have to chew your food thoroughly. This is very, very important, my dear friends. And this is one of the reason I will explain in detail what happens if we take late dinner, and I will tell you later. And then next one, excessive intake of sweets, tea, and coffee. These are the foods that giving the load on our nervous system, my dear friends, and metabolic system. So that is where the total metabolic system and organs will get affected, so that we can't get proper sleep. And my dear friends, coffee and tea are having nerve stimulating chemicals. We know that. So, and these, by taking regular habit of tea, coffee, and they will lose their deep sleep, my dear friends, no doubt about it. And one more cause is smoking, and the other one is lack of exercise. Again, coming to exercise, so minimum exercise is mandatory, my dear friends, to function our body organs very well. Otherwise, even our lethargic, for example, lethargic condition, obesity, cholesterol, arthritis, autoimmune disease, how we are getting, our people are getting these kind of problems or diseases, because, my dear friends, no movement in our body. So movement will give you circulation of oxygen and circulation of blood, and this leads to cellular health, my dear friends. Otherwise, see, for example, in our body, approximately 37 lakh crores cells are there. How many cells, my dear friends? 37 trillion cells. Okay. So that is why God, Bhagavan has made our lungs to take a deep breath in to expansion and contraction movements. This only lungs have this capacity to expand and contraction lungs. So that's why we have a chance to get 5 liters of oxygen in a single breath. Okay, my dear friends. If you take that much breath, then all these 37 trillion cells will get proper oxygen, my dear friends. Otherwise, there is no chance. So that is why many cells will get a little oxygen so that not able to function properly, and that is why they're always in the sedative and lethargic mode, my dear friends. And this is leads to in future many disorders. So respiratory disorders, especially respiratory disorders, and not able to function properly, and loss of memory, and insomnia problems, my dear friends. So that is why minimum exercise is mandatory for every health issue, my dear friends. But we have to uh, learn from a master or from a uh, aspirant yoga teacher, a good yoga teacher. And then, first of all, before how to get proper sleep and how to overcome insomnia, first we have to look into what a deep sleep is doing actually, how a sleep is helping us. Really, is helping is necessary for us or not? And what are the sleeping benefits? So let us see, my dear friends. The first one is a proper sleep. It gives a relief from tension and stress. My dear friends, we can experience if we sleep properly, then when we are waking, we feel very fresh. Namaste, Mitra. So we feel very fresh. And then how we are deciding, I'm feeling very fresh after sleeping, means so the sleep has a capacity to cure, to relieve from the tension and stress, my dear friends. And then second one, sleep, in the deep sleep, distributes the nutritions, my dear friends, to all over the body. So the sleep time, generally 6 to 8 hours, everyone goes to sleep. But in this time, the blood circulation, the oxygen circulation, we are breathing and the circulation is going on. In this process, whatever the food we had in the whole day, and then after converting into the nutrition, and this nutrition distribution responsibility goes up very well in the deep sleep, my dear friends. And the third one, improve the immunity and healing power, my dear friends. So the immune cells will get very healthy in deep sleep, my dear friends. Those who have a deep sleep, and their immune power also very good. And there are another aspects also there. For example, we have to take a healthy food and exercise, pranayama, meditation. All these also a support for immune system, my dear friends, in one of that deep sleep. And for example, healing power. So what is a healing power, my dear friends? See, for example, uh, we got a wound or any hurt by the knife or when cutting vegetables or anything. So sometimes we will get also cut on the fingers. By second day, by third day, the wound will get healed itself. Okay, my dear friends, we can so many people will experience this. How it is healing itself? Because the body has enough immune power, immune system in our body, so it heals external wounds or diseases or health issues, my dear friends, as well as same it heals the internal wounds also, internal problems also. Because when we have a proper rest, then the immune system work properly. Observing, my dear friends. So there are so many internal wounds also there by working, by thinking, everything. And again, the all the um, wounds or any ruptures and degeneration will again come to regenerate by deep sleep and a good immune system, my dear friends. And then the next one is hormonal balance. See, those who are sleeping enough time and they will harmoniously, they will very balance. Otherwise, they will get irritated and stress over your endocrine glands, my dear friends. And there are so many hormonal imbalance they will get. And detoxes the body as well as mind, my dear friends. When we're going to a deep sleep, and this actually detoxes body and mind. How? For example, after waking up, then we'll immediately will go to washroom, my dear friends. Okay, so how? There are excretory system in our body. Skin is one kind of excretory organ, lungs also, large intestine, and bladder, urinary bladder. By sleeping 6 to 8 hours, the liquid toxins goes to the bladder and under the skin, and then carbon dioxide, all these gastric toxins will goes to lungs, and stool goes to the rectum. So that is why early in the morning after waking, we have to take lukewarm water so that all the gas liquid toxins and stool will pass. Then after we'll go for simple exercises. So that is why we will get sweat. Under the skin, there are so much toxins are there, and this will come out from the skin pores, my dear friends, by practicing simple asanas and like jogging, yogic walking, yogic jogging, this kinds, and some kind of Surya Namaskar, those who can able to practice. And by practicing pranayama, the lungs will get purified, cleanses. So these toxins every day, my dear friends, please underline, these toxins every day we have to cleanse. Gastric toxins, sweat, and urine and stool. So large intestine, urinary bladder, lungs, and skin, my dear friends. These are the excellent excretory organs. If we are not clearing the sweat, and that leads to causes from forming of nodes and fatty balls, we can see if you some people, for example, if you touch like this, they feel round balls from under the skin, right? So like lipoma or nodes in the farm, and this leads to another problems, my dear friends. So that is why detoxification of the body is mandatory for a good health, my dear friends. And for that detox, sleeping also doing a wonderful job. And next, improve the energy, physical and mental, my dear friends. See, for example, those who are sleeping very well and after getting from the sleep, they feel very fresh and energetic, right? And we can clearly notice in the kids and children, my dear friends. If they are uh, getting by playing, and they will get fatigue, my dear friends, for example, and they sleep very well, then time is not required. If whenever they get the time, they get sleep, kids, because they don't have any worries, right? So they get deep sleep, and immediately within 1 hour, 2 hours of sleep, when they are waking up, see their face will be very bright and charming. Actually, if we have to go to that level of that quality of sleep, my dear friends. But even though we are sleeping, our mind is working on somewhere else, so many tasks, right? So that is why we are not getting a deep sleep as children. And these are the main benefits of sleep, my dear friends. So I'm just repeating. So the deep sleep is get relief from the tension and stress and distributes the nutritional values and improves the immunity and healing power and maintains the hormonal balance and detoxes the body and mind and improves the energy physically and mentally, my dear friends. See, if you observe, if you are not getting sleep properly or suffering with insomnia, how these functions will takes place in our body, my dear friends. Right. So that is why sleeping is very, very important as food and as water, my dear friends. How the water plays an important role in our body, how the food plays an important role in our body. So like same sleep also one of necessary uh, thing to maintain our physical and mental health. Then coming to so many people ask, sir, how many hours of sleep is necessary? Isn't it, my dear friends? So it's good, no doubt. I can say 6 to 8 hours of sleep is necessary, no doubt. But as well as hours are not matter, my dear friends. The quality of sleep is matter. Okay, quality of sleep. See, for example, the deep sleep, if you go 4 to 5 hours, is really enough. But in generally, we need 7 to 8 hours of sleep is very uh, important, my dear friends, to work again next 12 to 14 hours, my dear friends. And next, nowadays, using sleeping pills as common as, my dear friends. I will give time for question answers, my dear friends. Let me finish first. So, nowadays, sleeping pills are common to going to sleep, my dear friends. But remember, my dear friends, sleeping naturally and sleeping with sedative pills or sleeping pills are vast difference. Okay, my dear friends. The person sleeping with sleeping pills, he is not sleeping. He is not at all sleeping, my dear friends. Please underline this. He just um, lie down on the bed itself and he is completely, those pills are now sedative only. But when we are sleeping naturally, natural sleep, we have seen already these functions of natural sleep. But by taking sleeping pills, the natural sleep functions will not happen, my dear friends. The nutrition distribution and hormonal balance, rest and energy, immunity and healing process, all these things will never happen those who are taking sleeping pills. That is why even though they are sleeping 8 to 10 hours of sleep by taking sleeping pills, after waking, he feels lethargic and his eyes are closing sometimes like this. When he is talking, he don't correlate it with the same topic. Sometimes he forget the topic and he will talk another things. So he himself he not able to work properly. So even though taking sleeping 8 to 10 hours of sleep by taking sleeping pills, my dear friends, because it doesn't give proper rest and regeneration process, my dear friends. And moreover, there are many side effects. My dear friends, I will tell you always, whatever the pills you are having, you just Google it and just check the effects and side effects. There are both, my dear friends. Okay, there are effects as well as side effects. Whatever the pills you are using, you just go through the Google and study about it. Many side effects are there. In that, about sleeping pills, we can see in generally, indigestion, and skin rashes, lower resistance to infection, and circulatory and respiratory problems, poor appetite, high blood pressure, and kidney and liver problems, and mental confusion. See, we can see this all these symptoms, those who are taking sleeping pills over a period of time, my dear friends, right? At least after 1 year, those who are taking sleeping pills, after 1 year, they mostly in these side effects, they can experience any 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, four, whatever may be. Isn't it, my dear friends? So, sleeping pills are not a solution for insomnia, my dear friends. And see, by taking itself, by taking sleeping pills, you have to work out on the root cause, my dear friends. Why I'm not sleeping? What is the reason for my problem, for my lack of sleep? You have to check your main cause, my dear friends. So the causes are different from person to person. Remember, my dear. So we have to find out our cause. What is my cause for not able to sleep properly? But without working on main cause, and if you are taking a pills or any remedies, not only medicines, my dear friends, any remedies that won't work for a long time, my dear friends. And that is why even after 1 year, 2 years after, we have to increase the medicine dosage, right, my dear friends? So how it is working, is really working or not by we can observe, my dear friends. And then, so coming to diet, my dear friends, people ask, sir, which kind of diet is very important for insomnia? Yes, no doubt, my dear friends. Diet plays a vital role for insomnia, my dear friends. Now, there are so many researchers are there, research papers are there. So many doctors and scientists are working on the insomnia, my dear friends. And especially, there are some vitamins and minerals deficiency found those who are suffering with insomnia, my dear friends. In that, especially B complex vitamins, remember, my dear friends, especially B complex vitamins and vitamin C and vitamin D. These are lacking those who are suffering with insomnia. And coming to minerals like calcium, magnesium, manganese, potassium, and zinc. These are the minerals are deficient in them. So, my dear friends, B complex in this, again, this is a complex, it's a group of complex. In that, especially B1, vitamin B1, we can call it a thiamine vitamin, and it is a special significance. It's a plays a vital role to get a strong and healthy nerves, my dear friends. When the nerves are very healthy, we can sleep very well. Otherwise, we can get so many disturbance. So, my dear friends, but how we can get, what is the source of this vitamin B1 or B complex? Remember, my dear friends, absolutely our Balahara, our Sri Guru family members know very well about Balaharam, right? Balaharam is the excellent source for B complex and especially B1, my dear friends. No doubt. And the source I'm telling you, the source of vitamin B complex and or vitamin B1 is whole grain and cereals and pulses and nuts. These are the our balaharam, right, my dear friends? And next, for vitamins, pranahara is the best food, my dear friends. No doubt. Okay, pranahara. And for vitamin D, my dear friends, there is no alternate except Dr. Surya Narayana. You know, my dear friends, who is Dr. Surya Narayana? So, yes, so Lord Surya Deva. Sun, my dear friends. Sun. I can call him as a Dr. Suryanarayana. But without him, there is no life at all, my dear friends. Okay? Isn't it? Without him, there is no life. But we are just limiting him only as a vitamin D. Sun means only vitamin D, isn't it, my dear friends? No, not at all, my dear friends. In our every metabolic reaction, vitamin D and sun energy is very, very important, my dear friends. But we are looking into sun means only vitamin D. No, my dear friends. And moreover, by any food, by any medicines, by any injections, we can't replace natural vitamin D, remember, forever, my dear friends. Because some of our Atma Bandhus are tells me and they will talk to with me whenever. Sir, for example, in the beginning, I started vitamin D pills, sir. After some years, it is not enough. Then I had vitamin D injections also, but my problem is not reversing, sir. How and what should I do? What can I do? So that is why, my dear friends, remember, there is no replacement for natural vitamin D. So for that, either morning or evening, at least half an hour to 1 hour, spend time under the Dr. Surya Narayana Prabhu. Okay, my dear friends. You can work, you can read, you can exercise, you can do pranayama and meditation in the early in the morning under the sunlight. That helps a lot, my dear friends. Really replaces natural vitamin D. And there is no other source, my dear friends. And next, coming to fasting. So fasting also an excellent method or a therapy, my dear friends. But actual fasting is different. And but when we are taking it as a therapeutical aspect, fasting plays a very important role for insomnia. I recommend those who are beginners, are little healthy, and under the guidance of a master or teacher, take a 3 days of fasting, my dear friends. 3 days. How? Either with fruits, juices, green juice, vegetable juice, fruit juices, or direct fruits, lemon, honey, water in between. So, with this help of fruits and juices, if you fast for 3 days, all the body toxins and all the metabolic waste products will clean our system, and then the organs and then cells will become very healthy, and there is a chance and to get a proper sleep, my dear friends. And this is the way. And after 3 days, you can start a moderate healthy diet with pranahara, right? And salads and a simple like balahara. You can take slightly and without see suddenly don't start with the spices or any other. And then and especially juices. What kind of juices will help for insomnia? Means, my dear friends, apple juice, grapes, lemon, and palak, the lettuce, and carrot, beetroot, and these juices are very, very helpful, my dear friends. And coming to yoga therapy, yoga, my dear friends, you know very well, already I told you the one of the cause is lack of exercise. So minimum yoga asanas mandatory. There is no doubt. Minimum yoga asanas. I recommend for any problem, even for insomnia, my dear friends, half an hour physical activity, half an hour vital activity is mandatory, my dear friends. Is mandatory. What is half an hour physical activity? Yoga asanas. And what is the half an hour vital activity? It is pranayama, my dear friends. Vital activity means pranayama. So, my dear friends, you have to choose, you have to select which asanas are suitable for me. You may ask, sir, tell me the asana's name. My dear friends, for this, I need uh, one more session, my dear friends, because how insomnia will overcome by practicing which kind of asanas, which kind of pranayamas. I will try to take next session next weekend, my dear friends, because generally if I say like for example Sarvangasana, Janusirasana, Paschimottanasana, if I say generally a person if he is really good enough to practice flexibility, it's okay. Otherwise, he will get another problem with the practicing these asanas, my dear friends, isn't it? So I have to make you to practice. If you are not doing this asana, how you have to modify these asanas? You, according to your body flexibility and age and other problems, you have to modify the asanas. Then it works wonderfully. Otherwise, it gives some difficulties also. Right, my dear friends? And pranayamas also plays. Pranayama is mandatory, my dear friends. I am telling you, pranayama is excellent medicine for insomnia. If you really practice 10 to 20 minutes of pranayama, immediately you feel very good sleep, my dear friends. That is the power of pranayama. I will make you to this pranayama. I will make you to the get experience of pranayama in the next session, my dear friends. And then coming to our health card, Sri Guru health card, my dear friends. You know very well about health card. Everyone, if they those want to become or maintain healthy body and mind, they must follow health card, my dear friends. It is a very simple things in the health card, right? Already, I request those who are beginners, please join in our Telegram group, Sri Guru Swasthabhiman. The name of the Telegram group is Sri Guru Swasthabhiman. And now, by which link you are joined in this session, under the same link, there is another link for Telegram group, my dear friends, if you check. So please, using that Telegram link, you can join in the Telegram. Why? Means all these references I already posted, already shared. For example, what is the health card? If you go to the Telegram group, you can find it. And then next coming to rollers pranayama. There are so many pranayamas are there, but there is a rollers pranayama will helps excellent in insomnia problem, my dear friends, because there are two rollers or wooden rollers. There's some acupressure rollers are there. One is a foot roller for foot. One is a hand roller for hand. By sitting on your chair comfortably, and if we do with the rollers foot and hand rolling along with the breathe in, breathe out, 5 minutes morning and 5 minutes evening, it helps excellent, my dear friends. Sir, can you show me? You can ask, my dear friends. Already I made a video and I shared in the Telegram group. So if you join, you can see the past messages also. And there is a video about 10 to 15 minutes of video about this rollers pranayama. I have demonstrated in that video and explained how to practice and what are the benefits also. Oh, please go through that video, my dear friends. I have given. And then coming to mudra therapy, mudras. Mudras are plays a very important role, and it is excellent. It is a correction of your tattva, panchabhuta tattva, your dosha and your nadi. These are the power of mudras, my dear friends. So for insomnia, chin mudra, chin mudra. See, my dear friends. So I will show you clearly. First, merge your index finger with the thumb. Some people will keep this mudra like this, my dear friends, like this. See, on the top of the indexer, it work differently, my dear friends. It work differently. And some people keep the mudra like this, my dear friends. On the top of the thumb, it work differently. And I suggest join the tip of the index and thumb, my dear friends. See, this is the, I'm just touching the tip of the fingers. And this is works balance. And see, whenever we meditate, automatically we keep in this mudra, my dear friends. Isn't it? Because it clears our stress and unnecessary thoughts, my dear friends, and gets calmness of mind, pleasantness of mind. This is the power of Chin Mudra. And what about remaining fingers? See, so this is, I told you clearly, and the remaining three fingers don't fold like this, my dear friends. If you fold along with this mudra, if you are folding the fingers like this, the mudra works only 5%. Only 5%. But that is why we should not fold our fingers like this. And one more thing, don't keep your fingers full stretched, complete straight, stiff. And this also within 1 minute, you will get pain over your nerves, my dear friends. Don't make your fingers, remaining fingers, very stiff. So that is why, remember, always comfortable straight. What, my dear friends? Any mudra, if for example, if you are following Akasha mudra, remaining fingers are comfortable straight. If you are following Prithvi mudra, remaining fingers are comfortable straight. So if you are following, adapting the chin mudra, then remaining fingers are comfortable straight. Comfortable straight. Underline this. So this chin mudra is excellent medicine for insomnia, my dear friends. And you may get doubt, sir, when we have to apply this mudra? Anytime, my dear friends. There is no time limitation, anytime. Whenever your hands free, you just keep your hands in chin mudra. Whenever. Next doubt, next question, sir, how much time it is required? So, unlimited time, my dear friends. There is no limitations because this is the balancing mudra. You can keep as many hours as possible. So no side effects with this mudra, my dear friends. Okay, there is no time limit. And sir, can we keep this mudra after having lunch or meals or whatever breakfast? Yes, my dear friends, there is no such a restrictions for mudras, my dear friends. Whenever you get remember, you just keep it. Whenever your hands free, you just keep your hands in. And I recommend before sleeping also, if you keep on the bed itself in the sleeping posture, you can keep your hands in Chin Mudra. This works wonderfully, my dear friends. Okay, so this is about Chin Mudra. And let us see the other techniques also. So there are, this is, up to now, we have seen how to reverse or work on the root cause. And then we see some techniques or some remedies, my dear friends, how to get a good sleep. For example, number one, taking a bath before going to sleep will help you to get good deep sleep, my dear friends. So many people have a habit after coming to from their workplace or coming to home in the evening or night, first they will take bath. That's very good habit, my dear friends. So physically and mentally will relax after taking bath and also will get a good sleep, my dear friends. This is one good habit. And then next, second one is Swadhyaya or Satsangam before bed, my dear friends. Sleep se pehle, before going to bed, Swadhyaya. Either you can take Bhagavad Gita, either you can take any Upanishads, either you can take any Vedas or any good uh, scriptures. At least one page or two page, if you read, your soul will get a satisfaction, my dear friends. Your soul will get happiness, my dear friends. Because of that happiness is the real happiness. And then the person will go to a real and deep sleep, my dear friends. And you know very well, we are conducting Brahma Jnana Satsanga Monday to Friday, weekly 5 days, and night time only at 7:45 to 8:30. 8:30. 45 minutes of Brahma Jnana Satsanga. We finished Bhagavad Gita, and now we are doing Swadhyaya on Yoga Vasistha or Vasistha Ramayana. So there are excellent messages there, my dear friends, for humankind. So we have to do Swadhyaya. It's a compulsory, my dear friends. How we are doing job, how we are taking food and water. So that Swadhyaya also is very important for our soul health, my dear friends, for mental health. And the next one, and the next remedy, 3 to 5 minutes of foot massage with any oil, my dear friends. This helps very good for insomnia problem, my dear friends. 3 to 5 minutes of sole foot massage. Foot means the sole under the white color of sole. So this we have to massage 3 to 5 minutes. And especially two oils are very useful. Coconut oil, pure coconut oil is useful for insomnia, helpful. And then next one, lavender oil is also helpful for insomnia. You can get it online or on the market. Lavender oil, coconut or lavender oil. And then the next one is head massage with manual head massager, my dear friends. See, in if you find that acupressure shops, there is a head massager like this shape. There is a like a strips will be there, and there is a handle is there on the top of that. Yeah, if we do this, we feel very nice, my dear friends. A very gentle head massage. If you do 5 minutes with the other person, see, if we can't do ourselves, my dear friends, if your children or if your wife or husband is there, so at least for 2 to 3 minutes or 5 minutes, if you do with any applying any oil a little bit, you will get very good sleep, my dear friends. And avoid electronic instruments to massage your head, my dear friends. That is not at all good. Note down this point. Don't use any electronic head massagers instruments. That's not good. It disturbs our cellular functions, my dear friends. The next technique, heart fomentation on the spine as well as on the cervical area, my dear friends, on the cervical area. See, everyone has their hairline, my dear friends. Okay, so hairline will be there, and below the hairline, you just fold a cloth, and you can take heart fermentation. You just dip into the hot water and squeeze it, and keep the cloth on the cervical area, my dear friends. You can change for every 2 to 3 minutes. Like if you take a 10 minutes of hot fermentation on the cervical, it helps excellent. It soothes your nerves and relax the stress and mental tension, my dear friends. And the next one, same thing, hot fermentation on the spine. You can fold a towel properly, and like on the spine, you have to keep on the cloth, same like hot fermentation for 10 minutes. This is also helps uh, for insomnia, my dear friends. It's very good technique. You feel very relaxed after the hot fermentation. And next, a very important thing is before going to sleep every day, you must practice at least 2 to 3 minutes Ishvara Pranidhana. What is Ishvara Pranidhana? My dear friends, self-introspection. If we tell into English, it is called self-introspection. So, see, our life is not ours. Our body has given, see, air has given by the God, and food and everything. So nothing is ours, my dear friends. Am I right? Nothing is ours. We are blessed because the Prakriti, the nature has given everything. Water from the nature, air from the nature, so thoughts and everything from the nature we are taking. But in return, what you are giving, my dear friends, nature is giving such a great thing for every living being, including us. In return, what you are doing? At least gratitude. Are you paying at least gratitude? So thank you to giving life me. So before going to bed, so my dear friends, This is Ishvara Pranidhana, surrender to Ishvara, surrender to God, and self-introspection will clears your mental pressure so that you will sleep very well, my dear friends. Okay, this is very, very important, my dear friends. You can try this. And the last technique, my dear friends, and when you are finally laid on the bed, and then you have to do one thing, my dear friends. One is Chin Mudra, hmm? And mentally you have to do Om in your inhalation and in your exhalation. Include mentally Omkara, my dear friends. And some people will do Soham also. For example, while breathe in, you can mentally repeat so while breathing mentally, and while breathe out, mentally, my dear friends. Even your tongue also will no twisted and no movement in your even in your tongue also. Mentally repeat. While breathing, you have to practice so. While breathe out, mentally repeat as lengthy as possible, my dear friends. Or soham, or simply you can practice Omkara. While breathe in, Om. While breathe out, Om. This is very powerful, my dear friends, because Lord uh, Parameshwara in Bhagavad Gita telling that my name, the one letter Ekakshara mantra is Omkara. So it is very powerful mantra, my dear friends. By chanting Omkara, see nowadays, recently we have seen even the NASA scientists also found even sun when sun rotating and that we are getting the Omkara sound, and the earth moving we are getting Omkara sound, and in the universe every object when it has making a sound and a movement it has the Omkara, my dear friends. So that is why if we practice Om, within 2 to 5 minutes, will my dear friends, will go into the deep rest state and pleasant state, my dear friends. That is called Nischala Sthiti. Will get a good sleep, my dear friends. And then finally, we'll see some precautions, my dear friends. This is what we have to know, very, very important. The first one, take dinner at least 3 hours before going to sleep or bed, my dear friends. 3 hours before. Why? Means when you are going to sleep, by that time, your food should be complete the digestion process, my dear friends. Okay. Otherwise, if you are having food within half an hour, you are going to bed, means how much time your food take to digestion, my dear friends? Minimum 2 to 4 hours, right? Minimum 2 to 4 hours. For example, if you are sleeping 10 o'clock, for example, if you are sleeping 10 o'clock, if you having 9 o'clock dinner, if you are going to sleep 10 o'clock, then half of the process done, which means 1 hour has process of digestion is going on. And then if you sleep 10 o'clock, then it takes 2 more hours, which means if you are going to sleep, your body is going to sleep on the bed 10 o'clock, but your organs, your cells going to sleep at what time? Plus 2 or 3 hours. So you are going to sleep 10 o'clock, 11, 12, or 1 o'clock, you are really going to sleep. Then how many hours you need sleep? Minimum 6 to 7 hours. Then you can count from the 1 o'clock. How many hours? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, my dear friends, early in the morning. Okay. So that is why those who are taking late dinners, they get a deep sleep after 4 o'clock, my dear friends. The real deep sleep. So that is why people will get very hard to get early in the morning. For them, early in the morning is 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, my dear friends. For us, early in the morning, 4:30, my dear friends. See how the difference between. So, my dear friends, unless your body taking not enough deep sleep, it doesn't want to get up, my dear friends. Even though if you are forcefully get up your body, then the impact of that insufficient sleep will impact on your work, my dear friends. That is why we'll get eye burning sensation, eye problems, and headache and stress, my dear friends. This is we are experiencing. That is why sleep is very, very important. So please finish your dinner as soon as possible, 3 hours before. Number one. Number two, those suffering from insomnia should always take a meals in a relaxed atmosphere, especially at night. See, really, if you check, my dear friends, whether we are having our meal in a relaxive mode, relaxive state, really, are we having? No, my dear friends. So by watching news, talking in the phone, and scrolling from others, so what is it? How you are playing with your mind, my dear friends? For example, if you're watching news, if you're watching news and having your dinner, what happens here? What happens, my dear friends? For example, any different news or any difficulty news are you are watching, and by watching your eyes, by listening your ears, and then your brain releases that kind of hormones, my dear friends, in your body. At the same time, you are having dinner, and then your brain again have to release the digestion enzymes to stimulate the digestive enzymes. So then here the brain will get confused, my dear friends. Whatever you are watching and listening, your brain has to respond, and whatever you are having dinner, your brain has to respond either this and that. And in this process, the brain will get confused and releases the different hormones, and that is why we will get indigestion problem, my dear friends, and constipation problem. That is why we don't get proper sleep, and the digestion process will get delayed. In generally, a healthy person will digest his food within 2 to 4 hours, my dear friends. But in this process, watching TV, talking on the mobile, in this process, it gets 8 hours, my dear friends. It gets 8 hours. So then you can see how we can get the sleep. And third one, my dear friends, adjust your bed and pillows. Dear friends, please remember, your bed should be always very hard, not very smooth, my dear friends. Okay? Hard bed only gives you your spine health as well as proper sleep, my dear friends. And pillow is very important. Namaste. So pillow is very. Yesterday I shown you the measurement. See how the gap between your shoulder and head, my dear friends. Uh, how much gap your between your shoulder and head. This much pillow you will need, my dear friends. You requirement. Okay. So for example, with this pad, yesterday I have shown you, my dear friends. Huh. See, this is my shoulder edge. Okay. And what is the gap? You can check my this gap in a pad and my head. And this much pillow is enough. Okay. And nowadays, this much pillows are using, and when they sleep, their head is in this posture. When they sleep on the heavy pillow, their spine, you can check your spine posture, your cervical posture, your head posture. If you're on the pillow, your head is like this or like this, any different angle, and this leads to cervical problem, and it leads to spondylitis and nerve pinching and nerve pain and pulling the hand and fingers numbness. All these problems you will get, my dear friends, using very high pillow. Okay. So this is one more important precaution. And then finally, the last precaution is your bedroom should be uh, free of, how can I say, fresh air, my dear friends. Your bedroom get a fresh air, my dear friends. And Remove all the electronic gadgets in from your bedroom, my dear friends. No mobile phones, no laptop and computer, and uh, TVs, my dear friends, televisions. So please remove all the electronic gadgets from your bedroom. It is um, how can I say? I mean, it's very difficult, my dear friends, and you are prone to get insomnia. Even though those who are sleeping very well, having all these electronic gadgets in the bedroom, but in the long run, they will get insomnia problem, my dear friends. It is not at all good. And very important thing, before going to bed, please switch off the Wi-Fi, my dear friends. Routers. This is very dangerous. High radiation. We are really enjoying the technology, my dear friends. Before you used to do 4G data, and now we are getting 5G, and next within short time we are getting 6G, my dear friends. How this generation, the technology generation is upgrading, and that radiation is affecting our brain and hormones and our cells, my dear friends. This is very important. So please learn to switch off the wi-fi's before going to bed. So you can ask one question, sir, my wife is working on the night duty, I am a day duty, how can I switch off? We can't do, my dear friends. Then we have to get ready to face the problems, nothing. So, right, my dear, so some circumstances we cannot change, my dear friends. You have to adjust. But at least weekends you have to plan. Okay, at least weekends you have to plan. So thank you very much, my dear friends. I hope we were really cleared about complete insomnia, the natural therapy. We have seen the root causes, the benefits of deep sleep, and the causes and diet, mudra, yoga therapy, and all these things, fasting and everything we have seen. And where you have a problem, work on that area, my dear friends. Please work on that area. And if you want to talk to me, and Monday to Friday, I'm giving a chance to talk with me directly. 4 to 5, evening 4 to 5 is the time I can talk with you, my dear friends, those who are necessary. Otherwise, if you just leave a message, voice message or text message in the WhatsApp, and when I am free, I will respond sure. So thank you very much, my dear friends. And now let us take a questions. If you have any doubts, just last 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Let us see the doubts, my dear friends.